Hey everyone, I'm at the Atlanta Community Food Bank inside a large freezer cooler. It's giant. It's a balmy 37 degrees in here. I'm required to wear this thermal protective suit because it's so cold. It's 0 degrees next door, and you'll notice the workers are all required to wear them too. This area houses large quantities of perishable items, and they will go out to hundreds of suppliers in the Atlanta metro area. They are so important to this organization because they serve as the conduit between those in need and the suppliers.
Toco Hills Community Alliance is a community food pantry. We also have a clothing closet. We serve several hundred families in the central DeKalb area. We have always been about providing food and free groceries to people in need. The need is doing nothing but increasing. COVID has made it so that people are suffering economically. We're seeing a lot of people who have never ever turned to a food pantry for support, and they're coming here because they need food. They feel a lot of shame around that, and so one of the things that we try really hard to do is make this as welcoming an environment as possible. The vast majority of our food, the food we buy and our donations, we take it in mostly on Monday, but we do take it all throughout the week. One of the things that we're proud to be able to offer is fresh produce and meat and dairy and fresh bread. I think our biggest challenge has been to find ways to keep providing our services, provide the level of service, and do so in as safe a manner as possible, and be able to stretch our dollars as far as possible, to be able to provide for the volume of folks that we are seeing. Money is one of the best things that you can give. Because of our relationship with the Atlanta Community Food Bank, we are able to get groceries at a lower price than anybody is able to get in the community. For example, I was able to buy peanut butter at less than 10 cents a jar because of that relationship with the Atlanta Community Food Bank. So we can stretch that dollar out. In working at Toco Hills Community Alliance, my faith has done nothing but deepen and increase. Our community has been nothing but incredibly supportive in helping us to be able to really live out our mission of neighbors helping neighbors. Our formal and informal partners have been with us all the way. Everybody comes together, we're all here for the same purpose, and they come together and work together to make sure that everybody has the food, the clothing, that their needs are taken care of, no matter where they come from.
So what does the face of hunger look like? Well, that's a difficult question to answer because food insecurity doesn't discriminate. Somebody could suddenly lose a job or go through a health crisis, and then they're left wondering, do I pay this bill or do I put food on the table for my family? And that's when they come looking for the Atlanta Community Food Bank.
I do work for a catering company doing events pretty much daily. 5 to 6 days a week. We were scheduled to have a really busy spring season with weddings. I was actually walking out the door to go do a wedding when my boss called and said, we've been shut down by the city. We don't know when we'll be reopening. From March 16th until the end of May, we were unemployed. That was quite a culture shock. I'm kind of a busybody and don't do really well at just sitting at home. Learned about Toco Hills Community Alliance and was asked to come on board. Without as much work, certainly my pay was cut, and being able to take some food home to prepare for myself was a big lifesaver. Originally, I started loading the boxes in the back of people's cars, but then word got around that I knew how to cook. I don't have a culinary degree. I'm just self-taught, watching mom, watching grandmother, helping out. I like to make sure that people are getting a good meal when I'm here, and I know, that they are when they leave here, that they've got something good and warm in their bodies. And that's what this is all about for me, really and truly, is, touching someone else in a positive way, especially during this time. It's just so important. There's been a huge increase, both in the number of people that come through here and for the need for volunteers. There have been some very heart-wrenching stories. It makes you tear up. I think there's a unique perspective here. You help out a bigger demographic of people, and you don't know what's going to happen. They can come back to help volunteer, to help support, to give back. And it's just really rewarding to see all the types of people that come through here. And if I can bring good into the world, then that's what it's all about for me.
From the partners that deliver the goods to the community that gratefully receives them, it is a relationship built on trust and reliability.
Which is why we need your help to keep the wheels of the supply chain rolling. It's so easy to give right there. The website is right there. It's acfb.org. You can give money, of course. You can drop off food, or you could do both. But just remember, it's staying right here in your community, helping your neighbors in need.